What's his name? Ray Mendoza. I think he watched like every war movie from the past, right? From Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, Hamburger Hill, Saving Private Ryan, and said, "Man, that shit ain't real, man. That's not a war movie, man. That's Hollywood. That's Hollywood shit, man. You want to see a real war movie? Here, hold my beer." All right, y'all. I think the drought is finally over. I thought that Sinners was going to be the movie to redeem 2025 so far, because we've had about this whole year so far of just mid movies. Nothing that really was great. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, okay, Sinners is going to be the movie to do it, man. But no, I think it's this one here. I still have faith Sinners is going to be dope. But right now, Warfare is the movie to beat. Okay, I got to acknowledge the director now. So I'm bad at mentioning directors and stuff. So I believe his name is Alex Garnett, I think. And Ray Mendoza wrote and helped co-direct. And he's actually a war veteran from the Gulf War, right? Man, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here because I walked out of this and I said, damn. If I never watch that movie again, it's going to be stuck in my head. This was like the most immersive movie that I've seen in a long time. I think the last movie that I watched where I used the word immerse is probably Way of Water, where I felt like I was in the movie. What's his name? Ray Mendoza. I think he watched like every war movie from the past, right? From Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, Hamburger Hill, Saving Private Ryan, and said, "Man, that shit ain't real, man. That's not a war movie, man. That's Hollywood. That's Hollywood shit, man. You want to see a real war movie? Here, hold my beer." Hooked up with your boy Alex, and this came out of it. All right, they put you into action in the setting, right? So like the first 15, 20 minutes of this movie is crazy because nothing really happens. It's this platoon just watching. All right, so the whole thing of this is a platoon that's they took over this I think it's a apartment building, right? And they're, I guess, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I guess they're looking out or trying to kill whoever, you know what I'm saying? The freaking Iraqis, but they're watching right there on the lookout. So in 20 minutes, nothing's really happening. They're just looking out. But in those moments of silence, you would figure it'd be boring. But in those moments of silence, you really get to know the characters. You get to see the camaraderie through not many words, just simple head nods and, thumbs up and stuff like that, smiles and everything. You get to know these characters just through little subtle gestures. You know what I mean? And then when the shit hits the fan, it hits the fan. When I say that, this is the closest thing you're ever going to get to actually being in battle. All right. You know what I'm saying? I think that this will be the movie to show your kid. Like, if your kid says, "Hey, I want to go to the military so I can," are you sure about that? Watch this movie here. Ray Mendoza said, "You want to see a real war movie? I'm going to show you a real war movie." And it doesn't have it doesn't really have a plot. It's just these soldiers in this position. They get caught up in some shit and they got to get out of it. It's survival. And not only is it survival, but also shows a camaraderie with these soldiers, how they stick together, they have each other's back, the brotherhood, you know what I mean? And I love that shit. This was a hard watch, though. Like, there were times where, you see somebody get, like, blown up, and there's, like, legs and shit all over the place. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I said that a few times in the movie. I said, oh, my God. Oh, God. Man. They did their thing in this movie, man. It's got a kind of an all-star cast, too. You got, who's that calling me? I'll call it back. And this has an all-star cast, too. You got, what's his name? Will Poulter. I think that's how you say his name. He's been killing it lately. I just saw him in the Death of the Unicorn. And, let's see, Joseph Quinn is in here. He's going to be Johnny Storm. And then, Tony Soprano Jr., he's in here. Who's the other actor? Oh, shit. Oh, man. I forgot his name. But yeah, you got a good cast here that are believable as U.S. soldiers. And man, like, there's not much more I can say about this movie, man. It doesn't follow the conventional, war movie trope where, they had, like, every war movie has to have that heartbreaking scene, that scene that really, like, gets you in the feels, and it gets the Oscar nomination. Like, there's no drama here. There's no Oscar-worthy performances. There's no scene that's gonna stand out. Like, there's no, like, Rambo scene where he's like, nothing's over, nothing, it just go away. You want to give the veteran a hug? Nah, man. This is like documentary, as real as it gets. Fucking Call of Duty, but real life. And there's no big climactic action battle scene. Like, shit goes down. It's about, like I said, it's about survival, and then it ends. And that's the movie. So if you're looking for a compelling story, if you're looking for, Oscar-worthy performances, if you're looking for, what you would see in typical war movies, you're not going to get that. But there are some kick-ass battle scenes, though. Don't get it twisted now. And I didn't even watch this. If you can't watch this in IMAX, right? I didn't watch this in IMAX, but what I did see, like, the guns were so loud, the bombs were loud. Like, I jumped, jump scare, but from a grenade. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, hey, okay, we doing that now. And it comes out of nowhere, like, the shit goes from 0 to 100 just like that. Like I said, just real quiet moments, and then just like that, man, boom, dismemberment. I think this is the movie to beat this year so far. And I know that's not saying a lot, man, but right now, I got to put Warfare number 1, yo. We're not wasting more time. This movie gets an A. Fuck that. I think I give this movie A+, man, because there's nothing like, okay, putting my critic hat on, I can't say nothing wrong about this movie, man. And I'm curious to see what anybody would have negative to say about this movie, because I think everything worked. Everything here. Like, this felt like some real shit that puts you in the battle, in the action. You feel like you're part of the platoon, and when it's over with, you feel like, damn, I escaped with my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walked out feeling you survived, and your ears are gonna be ringing from the loud gunfire. Watch this shit. All right, I don't know what else drops this week, but I think this is the movie to see. All right. And that's it, and that's all. So if you haven't seen Warfare, what'd you think about it? Comment fully below. Let me know what you thought. If you like it, dig this content, like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.